buddy. I think it's snowing. Oh yeah. Snow is here. Can you believe it's snowing? Oh my goodness. First snow of the season. This is awesome. I've always loved snow. Makes me feel all cozy when I'm inside, not outside, but when I'm inside, looking outside at the snow, I'm like, woo, winter's here. In a second, I'm gonna cover these strawberries up so they don't get too cold. This kale loves it. Look at that. Look at that fresh kale. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Collards are liking it in the cool weather. Love how the mulch looks. It's got a nice clean look to it. Well folks, I had notes that I had brought out here, but I wrote them on a slick piece of paper, and there was a little bit of a pink, writing pen that all went away. So kind of noteless right now, but hey, let's see what we can remember for the 4 main benefits of snow in the garden. Number 1 is snow is an insulator. It's like a mulch of sorts, to where the soil is covered by that insulation layer, especially up north where they get those really cold winters. And here in Tennessee, we don't really get that much snow. But up north where they have those layers of snow that just stay there, that is a wonderful insulator, and it keeps the roots and the plants, the perennials, and even the seeds underneath the soil, and you don't have as much frost heave, is what it's called, so frost or freeze. So what happens is that the water in the soil will freeze, and it'll when water freezes, it expands. So expand, then you have these icicles coming out of the ground, and they come up and they can do some serious damage to the roots of perennials. But what snow does is it acts as a nice layer of protection. I read something very interesting about that said that the snow can actually act as such an insulator to the degree that the soil temperature can be double the ambient temperature of the air around. It's pretty awesome. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, so the second thing that snow will do is that it will create an environment to where the seeds, especially native seeds like goldenrod, those plants need a certain number of cool days. And if they don't get that, then their seeds will not actually germinate. This is what's called a stratification requirement. All these seeds, especially the wild ones, they need this certain amount of cold days. And what will happen is the snow, when it comes down, it cools the soil enough to where those seeds will actually get the amount of cool weather that they need to be able to germinate the next year. So in that way, seeds actually help to promote native plants that have already adapted to the area around. Any of y'all that have been following me know that I'm bringing in all kinds of good compost and wood chips and all kinds of mushroom compost, and I've been layering it in here, bringing in nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, mushroom compost, organic matter, all kinds of fun stuff. But guess what? Even though it's cold, I bet there's so much action going on underneath here in the soil layers. We've got the compost layer. I bet we could find some worms just right here. Where are you? Come on, buddies. Hey, there you are. I knew it. Told you there would be a worm. I'm telling you, man, these guys are so happy, and all this compost, they are really doing well. We got all these different layers. If y'all want to see a video on how I did this garden, this no-till garden, go ahead and look at the link I'm going to put right there and check that out. This next spring, this place is going to be popping with all kinds of good veggies. But guess what's awesome? Snow. Believe it or not, y'all might know this, but I just think this is fascinating. The third thing that I can think of that snow does is it brings in new vital nutrients to the soil. As it's falling through the atmosphere, the snowflakes will gather especially nitrogen and sulfur. They'll bring those in from the atmosphere, and then when they land, they're actually fertilizing the soil with small doses of those nutrients. I'm just blown away by creation and how it's designed and how all these different aspects build on each other. We have snow bringing in and becoming a fertilizer. That's just awesome to me. Okay, let's go through one more time just to make sure, since I don't have my list, I need to remember what all we said. So number one was it's an insulator. It can make the soil temperature more steady, and even as much as increasing the soil temperature to be twice as much as what's out in the air around. And number two would be that snow is able to create an environment to where natural or native seeds are able to germinate as they should, with enough stratification levels and days and enough cool weather to where they can actually thrive. Number three is snow can be a fertilizer. It brings in vital nutrients from the air down into the garden. And I'm gonna say number four is if you live in a place that all winter long it's covered with snow, then in the springtime when the sun comes, all of a sudden, what do you have? You have automatic irrigation. I mean, the mountains get irrigated and watered, and even the valleys, because the water's coming down, and just the whole area, it's like a storage of soil moisture that's just ready, primed and ready for springtime when all those plants need all that water. All right, folks, those were the 4 awesome aspects, benefits of snow. I know it's not snowing very much here right now, but it is our first snow, and I thought I'd just include you all in the fun of the season. And yes, the garden's growing. I think I'm gonna pick a few more veggies to eat for dinner tonight. So yes, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Been a good time. Stay warm out there, and I'll see you in the next Gardenguy video. Hopefully next time I'll remember to use a Sharpie or a pen or something that's gonna actually not wipe off. But I think we did okay. Let me know how we did, and if you learned anything new, add on anything that I don't know about that or didn't mention, I mean. I love how we're starting to comment and we're starting to learn together about gardening and stewarding your available space, and yeah, stewarding it towards abundance. So folks, appreciate you so much. God bless. See you next time.